I'm Eddie Cannell.
And I'm Tom Cannell.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Mortgage Brothers podcast show.
And today we're going to talk about the 5 most important questions you have to ask yourself as to whether or not a reverse mortgage is right for you.
So yes, 5 most important questions that we came up with, because when you're going through this process of looking at a reverse mortgage, it might be for your loved one, it might be for yourself. You got to ask yourself, we came up with 5 important questions.
And can I just tell you, this is no understatement, how excited I am that we have these 5 questions. It's like going through life and saying, what is the purpose of life?
Yeah.
Like Ed and I have been talking about this for actually years. And these are 5 very simple questions that if you answer yes to actually 4 of them, there's a very high chance that a reverse mortgage is right for you.
Yeah, so this is like actually a good kind of litmus test of whether or not it is.
Yes.
You know, and this first one Tom came up with, and I have not seen any banks, anyone talking about this before. No one's ever asked that question. Do you love your home? Question number 1.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be love. You can like your home. Do you appreciate your home? Is there any sentimental value in your home? But yeah, what a great question.
Yeah, you have to have, do you have a connection with your home? You know, maybe it's where you raised the kids when they were young. Maybe you feel a lot of security there.
Maybe your spouse built it with their own 2 hands.
Yeah.
You've been there 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. It's your great-grandparents' house. That's a big deal versus, oh, yeah, I got a home that I've been in for 6 months.
So if you answer yes to this question, that's the first check mark, then you might be eligible, right? It might be, reverse mortgage might be good for you. It's question number 2. Is that home suitable for you?
Which might even be even better question than the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, suitability one day is not suitability the next day. Life has changed for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking at this podcast thinking about a reverse mortgage. Is the home still suitable?
And what we're really getting at with these first 2 questions is the longevity. Like how long, a reverse mortgage is not something you want to have just for a year or 2. You have to have really a long-term vision for really staying in the home.
Yeah.
So you have to love it. And number 2, it has to be suitable. It has to be something that you can maintain. It can't be.
What do we mean by suitability?
Mm-hmm.
So, what we were thinking, maybe multi-stories.
Yeah, that's right. If you have a hard time walking up and down stairs, and you're in a 2-story, even as much as you love the home, it may not be practical.
That's right. Yeah. Do you have an absolute garden oasis on 2 acres, and it takes a tremendous amount of water and gardeners to help care and keep it clean? Is it expensive? 20 years ago, that may have been great, but today you may not want that.
That's right. So if the home is still suitable for you, you can basically check that off. The box. If you can check that box, it's suitable. It's low maintenance. It works for you. Then that is another good reason why you might be eligible for, or might be a good thing for a reverse
Might be
mortgage.
right for a reverse mortgage.
Right.
Yeah.
Question number 3. This is about your income. Is your income fixed, and is it enough to sustain your quality of life on a monthly basis? Now, a lot of people have fixed income, but let's just say you get a huge pension every month. Well, and it's well enough, it's a plenty of money to sustain your quality of life. If you answer, if you say basically, yeah, my fixed income is plenty, reverse mortgage may not be the right thing for you.
That's right. Yeah. The biggest thing this is trying to go for is, are you on that fixed income, meaning you don't have an endless supply of cash? And is the money you have now able to sustain, your quality of life that you want to live? If the answer is no, the reverse mortgage is going to be good for you because you're either going to be able to bring down your monthly payments or be able to, get access to some cash that you might need for whatever reason.
Yeah. Some people, right, you just receive Social Security income, maybe a small pension. Maybe you're working a part-time job to make ends meet. And if you're really limited and strapped for that cash, and you say yes to this question, I am, on this fixed. I'm sorry, that you actually would say no, I don't have my income isn't enough. Then a reverse mortgage might be the right thing for you.
That's right.
So that's number 3. Number 4. So this is a little different. Do you need cash? Is there a large expense
Yeah, car. The car's going kaput.
Hmm.
Air conditioning is going kaput.
Yeah. You may be, it may be one of those items. It may just be something for fun. Maybe you want to go on a vacation, but you've never had the money
Yeah,
for
you
many,
always,
many
you
years.
always wanted to go on that cruise with your family. You've worked
Hmm.
for 30 years and you've never gone on that special cruise. And right now you don't have that extra money laying around.
Correct. So sometimes people who are looking at a reverse mortgage, if they either sometimes it's maybe it's all about the monthly cash flow. It's
Hmm.
because they can't afford it monthly, and then it's this. Sometimes they need the cash.
Yeah.
Sometimes they need that 40,000 up front, right, for when we close.
That's right. So there's basically two different primary reasons for the reverse mortgage. One is you want to lower that monthly payment, or two, you need cash. Number 4 question is do you need cash? If the answer is yes, then there's a really high chance that a reverse mortgage would really help you.
And also, just to clarify, you may just benefit right off the bat and may be absolutely justified in getting a reverse mortgage if you're just saving or just receiving that benefit of no more monthly
Oh,
mortgage payment,
huge.
right?
Yeah.
You may not need the cash, so it isn't these. You could be both. You could be marking,
Hmm.
yes, I need the cash,
Hmm.
and yes, the monthly income is something that's concerning. Number 5, this is really more of a subjective question. I mean, we're not all economists. I'm not an economist, Tom. Right?
Yeah, I'm not an
This is
economist.
not. We're not giving. This is not our financial. We're not financial advisors. But is there economic uncertainty in the market? How do you feel? How are you sleeping? And are you sleeping at peace in the market, thinking that the economic situation of our global and national economies are you concerned at all
Yeah. So
about this?
basically, this ties into the previous slide number 3, which is: do you believe that there's uncertainty in the marketplace enough to where it's going to affect you financially? If the answer is yes, you want to put yourself in the position to best succeed, which is either getting some cash and putting it in the bank or lowering that monthly payment. So the purpose of this subjective question is really saying, do you feel like there's uncertainty? If the answer is no, because I mean, there are some people that just they don't look at the market. They really don't care about the market. You don't have to answer yes to this question, but we thought this was an important one because it just adds to the urgency of whether or not a reverse mortgage would work for you. If
Yeah,
you feel there's uncertainty, it's only going to help you to do the reverse mortgage.
exactly. That wraps up our 5 questions that you need to be asking yourself to really help you navigate through that, whether or not a reverse mortgage is good for you, maybe a loved one. If this is your research, be sure to contact us, email us, call us. We'd be happy to help you with a reverse mortgage. We'll walk you through the process. And again, everyone, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like if you like what we're doing here.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you for watching the Mortgage Brothers podcast. If you have any questions, email us at team@azmortgagebrothers.com. And if you like this content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Mortgage Brothers team.